So the entire Trump regime is just one big yo-yo, is what I've decided.
Baby, we contradicting ourselves all over the place. Just here, there, ping, 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 ping. Let's rewind it. Let's flip it, rewind it back.
And we're still right.
Yeah, nothing to see here. Just moving it along. Nothing to see here.
There's nothing behind the curtain.
Man, listen.
They're straight up insane because 1 minute, I don't understand how we all don't have actual whiplash at this point, because 1 minute they're telling us one thing and then the next minute they're saying things like, well, let's read this headline from the Associated Press. So they're left in this sense, but very highly factual.
Yes.
Justice Department moves to drop case against alleged top MS-13 leader, seeks to deport him instead.
Where's my neck brace? I'm missing my neck brace from all the whiplash. Because let's be clear. So we deported a bunch of people because we said they were criminals. They were criminals. So they need to leave our country. But we dropped charges against someone who apparently we have some charges on, who may actually be a criminal, and decide not to take him through our legal system and instead just leave the country. But then what if he gets back into the country? Make it make sense.
So I just want to know, is he actually an MS-13 leader? Because, supposedly so is Mr. Garcia.
This administration is wearing me out. Do you hear me? Wearing me out.
Right. And are we just supposed to forget that? So what? They caught the two MS-13 leaders in the same, there are two of them in the same area? Because they're both in like the DMV.
This administration doesn't know whether to wind their ass or wipe their watch. And I said it right.
I mean, Pam Bondi, what the hell are you doing?
They're making it up as they go. They're making it up as they go because they don't know what they want to do around here. They do not. Again, we've left the toddlers in charge. We've left the toddlers in charge.
There are no adults in the room. And all of these MAGA Trump regime women will stand there with so much attitude. And at least Press Room Barbie has stopped wearing her cross. I don't know if it was because it was like starting to burn her chest a little or what, but they all have the crosses and they're all dressed like Stepford wives, and they are just standing there lying, full well knowing they're lying, with so much weird aggression.
They better quit playing with them crosses, because baby, when the time comes and they leave this here earth and they get to the gates,
they
better quit playing.
They ain't gonna open.
No, they're gonna say, "Depart from me, I never knew you." Yeah. Get the hell on. Get the hell on. Literally.
Oh no, this isn't. Nope. This isn't God. I don't. No. You want to go down if you're looking for him.
But they use religion to justify, they use Christianity specifically to justify some of their political positions when make it make sense. And I'm super annoyed about it. They only care about a couple of issues, not the whole of Jesus's message. And they pretend they do, but they don't.
Yeah. I mean, they cherry pick, right? They cherry pick what they want to follow and how they want to take it.
Absolutely. And that gives Christianity a bad name, because you're supposed to be imaging Christ. You're supposed to be Christ-like. So is this Christ-like what you're doing? Okay. Help me understand it.
Yeah. I mean, it's this like crazy faux Christian, right? I remember there was a show called Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip, and did you watch it?
I didn't. But I feel like I remember hearing about it.
It was so good. But they had one episode. There was a sketch in it that was called Crazy Christians. And I was like, 100%. But we need to add crazy faux Christians.
Absolutely.
Okay, so speaking of things that aren't good, blanket tariffs. Are they good? Aren't they good? Do we know?
We don't know, because we can't make up our mind about what we'd like to do with them. So we want some, we don't want some, we really want some, but then the stock market and a few influential business leaders speak out, but no, then we don't want some, but then we're in secret saying, look at how much money I made, my friends. Look at what I did. Crooked jacklegs. This makes me so angry. You're playing with people's actual lives.
Yeah,
Those are something that, like, you know how sometimes federal government decisions don't become very local decisions, right?
right.
Tariffs are a very local thing because I source products from China
Absolutely.
for my business. And just, you messing with my coffee, rice, beans, all the
Y'all,
things.
you don't wanna be messing with any of our coffees. I mean, first you were gonna come after all of our what are they, SSRIs, whatever, the antidepressant, anti-anxiety, all
Hmm.
those kinds of meds. Do you really wanna take away our coffee too? Because we
They
can't
better not.
afford it?
They better not. They know what's good for them.
I run around in inflatable suits with my best friend making TikToks, and that's medicated with coffee. So I don't know what you think you're gonna get. Yeah, Trump's tariffs on China now total 145%, White House clarifies.
Craziest thing. Crazy.
And then to brag about basically committing insider trading.
Baby, corruption in our face, right here, in our
Well,
face.
but so here's the scariest thing. This is straight out of authoritarians' playbooks. And you're
But
just
he's doing a good job.
normalizing this bullshit, right?
But he's
You're
doing a good
normalizing
job.
the fact that you are corrupt and you are not gonna hide it, and everybody's gonna be okay with it.
But you're doing a good job. He's doing a good job. Doing a good
Well,
job.
that's what authoritarians say. It is a regime, it is not an administration.
Lies, the lies, the lies, the lies they tell.
I don't under so okay, so we're not gonna back down on tariffs, but then we're gonna back down on them. But then China is gonna be like, "Oh, hold my coffee because I have it, you don't." Like, so just can you hold this for a second? Let me just like one up you, girl.
Because we
And
ain't
then we're
backing
gonna one
down.
up that like I get that it doesn't when you have millions upon millions upon millions, but what are you gonna do? I mean, Democrats are already going into Republican strongholds and holding town halls because people are pissed.
They need to do more of it, and it needs to be more public. That should be blasting over every single media outlet at how angry people are.
And it's not just liberals.
Mm.
This is Billy Bob down the street in his overalls with his MAGA hat.
Because
He's pissed.
it's become local. It has become very, very local.
Yeah, well, there was an opinion piece in the Trentonian where a guy admitted that initially he was like, "No, why do you all care?" And now he's like, "Okay, we should care. It's actually affecting us." Yeah.
Yeah, because you thought it was only going to affect people who weren't like you. Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. It's affecting everyone, you fuckers.
Period.
Right? Like, and we tried to tell people.
I don't care. I mean, because let's be clear, there are still some people out there 10 toes down for this
I
foolishness,
know.
yet and still, even though they are seeing the price of all kinds of things rise.
And so who knows? We don't know what the stock market's going to do. We don't know what tariffs we are going to have or are not going to have. It sounds like we're losing the ambassador to Ukraine because she's probably just like, fuck this shit. The dumpster fire continues. We are 79 days into this bullshit.
Wow. That's crazy. 79 days. Turned our world upside down in 79 days.
At this point, not even just the country, the world.
Yeah, because what he's doing has shifted world politics, world economics, and world health. All the things. I mean, those are probably the three most important things in the world as a global economy. Yeah, global citizens. It's absolutely crazy. Bananas.
Yeah.
79
All right.
days. Maybe we need to watch the number go down instead of the number go up. How many more days left?
That number is going to be really big right now, though.
Mm-hmm.
So 79 days, how many days is that into 2 years? Because supposedly, if Moses Mike Johnson wants to get a divorce, he needs to live separately for 2 years, according to whatever kind of weird ass marriage he has. And so he apparently hasn't been home in a while, and he's been shacking up with a pastor and his wife in a home kind of near the White House.
But as the world turns on these,
Yeah, and it's owned by this, like, very wealthy right-winger, red hat wearing Heritage Foundation member or supporter. The house is owned by him.
politics makes very strange bedfellows, housemates.
I wonder if Moses has any other bedfellows.
And we know that just as like there's some freaky diggly stuff going on in Hollywood. There's some freaky deaky, extra freaky deaky stuff going on in the District of Columbia. So whatever he got going, it wouldn't surprise me. But all these people better tread lightly because what they doing out here in the dark, this might come on out on them.
Well, yeah, because, there was that whole rumor flying around that some messages had come out between him and someone and all these things, but it was found to just be a complete rumor. But, eventually one of these rumors isn't gonna come back
Gonna
as
be
a
truth.
rumor.
Gonna
Yeah.
be truth.
I mean, this is like he is living with this couple, this pastor who does all these good things with restoring faith in the
Mhm.
Republican Party, but they don't own the house. And then this Heritage Foundation guy does, and he had taken it from a museum because it was some famous American's original home.
Child. Mhm.
So I mean, the whole thing is just crazy,
It's
but I'm
weird.
interested.
It's weird.
I'm like, I feel like we could do an entire podcast about Moses Mike Johnson because, like, he speaks out so much about LGB, he doesn't want to say all the words.
People in glass houses should not throw.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And it's always the ones that are the loudest that closet. He's like, I can't say all the,
Crazy. Crazy pants.
let's, worry about trans people in the world. There's not even 10%. It's like 1%,
Say, I
excuse
don't
me.
even think they're
It's 1%. Let's worry about that 1%. I'd rather worry about the rich 1%.
right. That's the 1% we need to be worried about because they control probably over half the wealth in the world.
Yeah. So we'll end it there. We'll see you guys on Tuesday. We hope you have a great weekend. And remember, stay loud, stay opinionated, and most of all, add us later.
There you go.
That's a wrap on this episode of At Me Later. We drop new bite-sized episodes packed with news and sass every Tuesday and Friday. So make sure you're following us wherever you get your podcasts. And because we love validation, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a review, and drop a comment to let us know what you think. It helps us more than you know. At Me Later is an A Collective production, and we'll be back in your ears soon. But until then, stay loud, stay opinionated, and as always, add us later. It's good, right?
Yeah, that's very good.
I feel like it's good. I forgot to put this on. Do not disturb. No. Okay. Hi.
Hi.
Okay. Are we gonna be good, sir? Okay. Just making sure. He's sitting on my lap. All right. Markin.
You're leading.
I know. Day. What? We really should be tracking how many days in.
Crazy pan.
Yeah. Alexa, how many days in to the Trump administration are we? Okay.
Ask him how many days has Trump been president? Maybe she'll know
Alexa,
that.
how many days has Trump been president?
Really, Alexa? I am disappointed.
By the way, there's a really good. Did I send you the Vanity Fair article?
Yes, you did.
Okay. I was like, that's
How many days has President Trump been president? AI doesn't want to automatically, AI is not automatically processing that. How many
Alexa,
days
how many
has
days
Donald Trump
since
been
January
president so far?
79. We are 79 days into this bullshit.